Hey everybody, it's Dive Girl Deb. Well, today we're gonna do an unboxing, and I'm doing it because I'm kind of like stoked that I found this deal. Every once in a while you come across something on eBay that you just can't do without, you know? And this was one of those things. I'm gonna tell you at the end of the video what I paid for these. Now, I know they're worth at least $100 retail, probably more, but let's check it out and see what it is. And it's a big box. It's a big box. Wow. Well, what you're looking at are 4 brand new bumpers for the boat. And these aren't just any bumpers. These are 8.5 inches wide by 27 inches long. Big bumpers. So I'm really kind of stoked about this. Honestly, I think they're going to be great. Big, huge bumpers. And there's lines in here that go with them. Let me dig them out. Wow, just absolutely wow. I am blown away because these are huge. I mean, they're really big. And they even sent a little air pump with some of those little inflators that looks like 3 of those used for basketball. I'm going to use those inflators, but I'm not going to use compressed air. I have another idea. So, yeah, I got 4 of these. 4 of these big babies. Wow, that's pretty cool. Huh, George? I know. All right, you going out? Okay. It's raining. So what crazy idea do I have in mind? Well, actually, we use argon gas as a welding shield gas, and I'm a dive master, so we also use argon inside our dry suits to keep us warm with a second little pony bottle on the front. And it keeps you warm when you're diving in cold weather, especially in ice diving. So the reason that it's preferred, I know for diving, but for a lot of other things, shielding gas, is that it's inert. It's very easy for them to recover it and mine it. There's abundance of argon. And additionally, it's the largest molecule ever, period. And so that gas molecule is like a big grape versus a little pea. Okay, so those big grapes were going to take up more volume, and they're going to leak only out of bigger cracks and not so much out of small cracks. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill my bumpers with argon, because I have a bottle of it right here, this black bottle. And I ordered a little connector that has an airline chuck with a barb on it that I can put on this hose right here, and then I can just fill up my bumpers. It does cost a little bit of money to buy argon, but the advantage is that you're gonna not have air inside. You're not gonna have water and condensation inside. Remember, both of those will contract in the heat and expand, and then it'll shrink when it gets cold. And so a lot of times you'll get like a high pressure system come through, and it changes your air pressure in your tires, for example. Well, we get weather fronts all the time in the Pacific Northwest, and so I wanted to just fill mine with argon, and because they're brand new and they're flat, they don't have any air in them. So if I'm ever going to do it, it's right now. I need to do it for the first time use. So what I'm thinking is that if I fill them with argon, I probably should not have to ever fill them again. We're going to see. I'm going to try it out. So I'm pretty stoked though. All right, so you guys know how much these big old bumpers are. Now I've got some that are about this long for my ski boat. I've got 2 or 4 of those, and then I've got a smaller one for the little boat. So these are not going to be the only ones on the boat. I'm going to have at least 2 more, but you know, we get big wind, we get big tides, we get big storms in the Northwest. These probably are going to be just right for a 30-foot boat, I'm thinking, as a Northwest boat. And so yeah, I saw these on eBay, and they were $50. I don't know that you could buy 2 of these for $50, to be honest, because I think most of these are running about $32 a piece, maybe. They're not cheap. He had 2 of these, and I probably should have bought both of them, but I didn't want to blow $100, so I paid $50 free delivery for these 4 big, huge bumpers. I just stumbled on one hell of a deal, I know. So I'll do another video when I air them up and get them bigger. And some of you may not know what a boat bumper looks like, but here's one that's inflated. This is the little one that came with the porta-boat, our tender, and it's just a little guy. So if you were to hold these up here together, you can see that's quite a bit smaller there. But yeah, so this is what a boat bumper is. And see, that one's got a port too, so I could discharge this and put some argon in that one. So so that's for the little tender. I figure we can use that anchoring or whatever we need to for the tender. And then we've got these big old guys here. Okay, so really quick, I'm going to show you my dock lines that we just got. So these are kind of a navy blue. I got 2 of these that are 5/8 inches thick. Just reminds me of halter rope, and every girl that's had a horse will understand that at the end of the day. But it reminds me of halter rope. I think it's like a 12 braid. And then I found a guy online that had some fire hose. So I bought this. It's used, and I put it in the washing machine, and it cleaned up pretty well. And I cut it off, and I took a torch and torched it. So I've got 4 of these, one for each of my dock lines, because I got 2 of these that are 30 feet and 2 of them that are 15 feet. And so I got 4 dock lines. I got to come up with some rope to hang these, but I'm sure I can find something around here. But yeah, so these are bumpers for the boat, and we got some kick-ass dock lines here. These will serve as anti-chafe, and I'm really excited for that. And then I have one more little surprise, and that is I bought a used Singer heavy duty, I think it's a 4453 heavy duty sewing machine. So like the hem on your blue jeans, it can sew that. It can sew leather. It could sew my sails. It could sew my upholstery for the boat. It can sew everything. And I bought this one. It's a really nice machine. The gal bought it new. She's had it a 3 years, and now she's having to move international, and she put it up to sell it and just had to go. I picked it up for pretty cheap, like really cheap. Anyway, the honeybees are out of this room, and now this is a sewing room / guest bedroom with 2 bags full of sails, 3 sails in there, keeping them warm and dry. And my first project is to fix my sleeping bags. But this is my mom's old Singer sewing table, and I'm hopeful that the new machine will drop in. But I did find my zippers that I've had for the sleeping bag, and so I'm really excited to finally get those sewn up, because these sleeping bags will end up on the boat to go with us, and this will crack you up, but they have these beautiful old cougar patterns and wildlife patterns inside. And when I was a little girl in Girl Scouts, I would always be camping out. I never got scared because I had these cougars that were protecting me. Anyway, these are some big, thick, really warm canvas outside sleeping bags. And they have these crummy aluminum zippers on here, and you can zip the two of them together and it makes a queen bed, which is phenomenal. So yeah, these will be on the boat for, you know, you may want to go ashore and go camping or whatever, or it gets really cold and you want something thick to put over you. And then they've got, you can roll them up in these covers and pull the drawstrings, and yeah, so first project, fixing these babies up. And then there's little things like, you know, you got a strap that needs to get fixed. But finally, I'm going to have a working sewing machine again. And it's here in the guest bedroom, so I can look out front and see all the flowers in bloom out there and watch the bees. It's kind of fun. So, yeah. How many people, I'm sure there's a lot of girls out there that remember these things. These sewing deal, the little baskets. This is my mom's, and I used to have one of those black fuzzy poodles on the lid here, which is long gone. I think I tore it off because I hate that kind of shit. But I still have a little sewing box. Other than that, I went through here and cleaned it all up. This is just thread now. And so I've got a sewing room set up, and I will be ready to make upholstery for the boat, which will be terrific. And do repairs. I can make sail covers, all kinds of custom webbing, and, you know, placemats, napkins, whatever. Anything I want to sew, I can make. I used to sew a lot when I was young with Mom and stuff, and we made all kinds of stuff together. I mean, we made everything, but we definitely sewed quite a bit. So I guess that's the next surprise tomorrow, is to show you guys this new sewing machine and what it's going to be able to do. But and I'm so excited to get those sleeping bags fixed. It's been like 15 years they've been broke. So I've never been able to find anybody that would do them for me. So this is the right way, right here.